Okay, so I have here listed up on the board the workout for Tuesday. That is today. You're in the right place. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to do the workout today with you as usually I've been doing. I'm going to wait and do it at 4 o'clock today because we have a group class going at 4 that today Maria is going to teach. So I will be a part of the class at 4, and I'll be back in the position where I like to be, which is doing the workout with the group. I don't tend to work out as hard or push myself as much when I'm doing this on my own. So I'll be back to being a participant in the group, which will be a welcome change. A welcome change in a workout that has 2 already difficult movements with full American kettlebell swings and either the pull-ups or the bent over rows. We'll talk about that later. But then there's this 800-meter run. And if you listen to the workout briefing that I put up on YouTube last night, the focus or the intention of this workout is to do the 800-meter run. Yes, Andy?
You are not in the center on speaker view.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's fine. Thank you. The intention of this is to okay. Is to go out on each run, understanding that you want to push the run every single time. So this is not a kettlebell pull-up workout or a kettlebell bent over row workout with just an 800-meter jog here and there. This is an 800-meter run workout with a couple of rounds of swings and pull-ups or bent over rows. All right. So I'm going to just assume that everyone, correctly or not, has their 800-meter run location mapped out. And if not, I'll give you a guideline to how to figure that out in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get in a set of inchworms. Up overhead, bent over, single push-up, and right back up. Please get in a set of 5 of those. If you want to increase the number of push-ups on every inchworm, then do that. So an extension, a forward bend, 2 push-ups, and then walk back and keep going. For a forward bend, walk it out, and 3 push-ups. Two more sets, one set with 4 push-ups and then another set with 5. I wonder how many of you, well, it sounds like at least 3 of you did the 10 minutes of handstands yesterday. I'm wondering how many people have finally gotten the 100 push-ups in one day. Today could be a good day to do that. While the workout is long and it's difficult, we don't have any pushing. So today would be a very good day to balance out either the bent over row pulling or the pulling up with some pushes. All right, let's move right over to, if you have a light kettlebell or a light dumbbell, move over to picking that thing up 10 times. Just pick it up, put it down. So 10 deadlifts, preparing the hamstrings a bit for the swings. Then lie down and get a set of 5 glute bridges. Right, squeeze glutes, push the hips towards the ceiling. But I'll slow down because some of you are still working on those 10 kettlebell deadlifts. Right, and then 5 glute bridges to prepare the hamstrings, the low back for the kettlebell swings. And then come up and get the right over left, left over right. Get on your kettlebell. Set up a wide sumo stance, right? Knees driven out to the sides. And get in a set of 8 sumo deadlift high pulls. Eight sumo deadlift high pulls. And start thinking about, many of you won't have to think about, Andy, elbows high and outside on those, right? You don't want to end up looking over your kettlebell here. The elbows are high and outside. There you go. Many of you won't have a choice of what kettlebell that you're going to use because you only have one. So I have a 20 kilo kettlebell. So I'm going to end up doing American swings because for me, 20 kilos is not super heavy. The American swing rather than a Russian swing means that it's going to tire me out, and I probably won't get 30 of these repetitions in a row. But let's go ahead and get in a set of Russian swings, right? Kettlebell deadlift. Put that little knee bend, hinge at the hip, and then pop out for a set of 6 to 8 kettlebell swings. Just Russian for now. That last rep goes down to the ground with solid, rigid position in total control. So we've got a swing. If you have some place to hang, like that set of stairs or a pull-up bar, then go ahead and get in a little bit of hanging, right? Julian built his pull-up bar. There you go. Looks good, Julian. Pam, the scene that you get there is a bit morbid with a ladder and just these black shoes and socks hanging from. So we've got Pam has a pull-up bar. Julian has a pull-up bar. And Kim, you're hanging from something, but I can't tell what it is. Oh, right. It's just the wire going across. Got it. Oh, I see. It's the garage. Yeah, so Kim's going to be doing bent over rows. Cool. Let's go over back to the kettlebell that you were using before, or a dumbbell that's a little bit lighter. Brace yourself on a box or a chair or a table or anything, right? Get into this hinged position from the hip and get in 5 bent over rows, belly tight, back braced, pulling that wrist all the way up into the rib cage. Get 5 on the right and 5 on the left. So now it's possible that you have an object that's heavy enough that you can only get 5 reps on each side. And if that's the case, you just continue to rotate right, left, right, left, right, left, until you work up to the 30 pulls, right? That would be 30 pulls, 15 per side. Those of you that are doing pull-ups, the prescribed version of this workout today is 3 rounds of 30 pull-ups, but I say that, and I'll warn you that if you haven't been doing pull-ups for the past month or perhaps longer, a 90 pull-up workout is quite a bit of volume, right? So you'll want to decrease the number there. Everything good, Maria? Okay, cool. So a way that you might do that, this is for Julian and Pam, you might get a set of 10 pull-ups, 10 bent over rows on the right, 10 bent over rows on the left, or something like that. Maybe it's 15 plus 15, maybe it's 20 plus 10, but something to decrease the total number of total volume of pull-ups so that you can gradually increase those back up. Let's move back over to the kettlebell swing, right? I'm going to get in a set of 5 Russian swings and then go up overhead for a set of 5 American swings. Okay. And I'm going to show you, you've gotten some swings now. My American swing is going to go out to about right here. I'm not taking mine completely up overhead because when I do that, I have a hard time bracing and I end up in a position where my hips are completely open and I'm bearing the weight up overhead with my lower back. So in order to be in the right position, I'm going to keep my belly tight and my swing is going to go to right here. So instead of a full 180-degree swing, I'm getting only about 160 degrees, 175 degrees, something in there. It's not a full swing. Now move back over to your bent over row, right? I'm choosing in this workout to brace myself on a bench or a stool, a table, a box, rather than to go unbraced. And the reason for that is that if you think about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, we had 3 different workouts over the course of a couple months where we did bent over rows, right? Where you braced yourself just with your torso, an anti-rotation drill. So that helped get into this position of pulling without this big rotation. I'm taking out that need to completely stabilize on your own by allowing you or asking you to brace yourself on a bench so that you have this ability to push through the bench to help provide stabilization for the midline. And the reason for that is that this workout has a large volume of pulling, a large volume of tension in that torso. And I think for 90 repetitions, it would be overdoing it to be in this bent over position and pull without bracing. So that's what we have there. Now that you did a couple of bent over rows, a couple of kettlebell swings, I'd like you to go out now, not on the full 800-meter run at all, but I want you to do a 400-meter run. It's an easy 200 meters out. So that would mean about a minute and 20 seconds of jogging. Turn around, and I want you to come back just a little bit faster. So this is part of the run warm-up right here. An easy jog out, followed by pushing the pace to come back. So go ahead and go right now. And it's empty. We've got Andy and Lori on the row. So you guys are going to do a very relaxed 200 meter or so, 150, 200 meter pace. And then on the 200 meters coming back, I want you to gradually pick up the pace so that you're pushing it. We'll get this clock set up for you. Okay, I was trying to talk to Andy, but he has muted himself. Let me see if Lori is unmutable. Hi, Lori. There we go, Andy.
Yeah.
So you're doing a 1,000-meter row. What is your pace going to be for the 1,000?
Oh, I've been contemplating. I was going to try 2 minutes, but I don't know.
I think let it be a little more relaxed on the first one.
Okay.
And then try and dial it in somewhere between 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 10 seconds for the
Yeah.
second and the third bout.
Okay.
We're looking at, 13 to 14 minutes of rowing today.
Yes. Yes, 3K is a bit of rowing. I think back at that time I did 5K in 20 minutes and like 30 seconds. I can't believe I did that.
You will be back, Andy. You will be back. All right, we've got people coming back here. Okay, thumbs up now if you have an 800-meter distance established. Show me thumbs up. Yeah, Marcella, Julian's got it. Pam's got one. Yeah, Maria and Davis. Kim, you have an 800-meter run established? Yep, okay. How about you, Barry? Yes, okay. So it looks like we're waiting on Damon. He may have done the full 800. What I'd like you to do now is to decide what kettlebell you're going to use, and go ahead and get somewhere between 5 and 8 American swings if you're doing American. If you're going to do Russian swings today, somewhere between 5 and 8 Russian swings. All right. Now, the idea on the swings today, imagine you've just come back from a run, a pretty long run, a pretty hard row. Yeah, Damon, can I hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
So I've been having that tendonitis in my elbow pretty bad, so gripping is really hard.
Yeah, let's see. I think
Shoulder press maybe or something instead of rows.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Single arm press.
Yeah.
And I would say get a set of 5 on the right with strict press and then 5 push press.
Oh, on the left.
Move to the left, 5 strict press, 5 push press.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. As it comes. The whole idea is that you don't want to use a movement that you can rip through 30 in a row, like right in a row, or else you're gonna go too fast.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely a movement. Thanks for bringing that up, Damon. This is definitely a movement that that has a lot of pulling on the elbow as you lower the weight. So just like if I get myself up over the bar in a pull-up and I am lowering down, and if you have a sore elbow, either tennis or golf elbow on either the medial or lateral side of the elbow, this lowering, this big drive, pulling up and then lowering with just your elbow is pretty tough on the elbow. So you want to find something to work around that today. And what Damon's thought of is instead of a pull, he's going to do a push overhead, right? Some strict press, some push press, and then switch back and forth between right and left. Yeah, definitely good idea. Which is also the reason why I don't want those of you that haven't been doing very many pull-ups to jump right into a 90 pull-up workout. That's a bit much. The way to do that would be to take 3 pull-up workouts, and today maybe being a 50 pull-up workout, sometime next week a 75 pull-up workout, and then the following week you're back up onto 100 plus pull-ups in a workout. Now, this doesn't mean that it's only 1 pull-up day a week, but getting in some days where you're doing a little bit of eccentric lowering on some pull-ups just to get that volume back up there. All right. So the idea on the swings and the pull-ups or the rows is that you're using something that you're not going to be able to rip through 30 reps in a row. So it's okay if you take a break after 15 swings, put it down, get right back on it. Better to do short sets with very short breaks than to get 25 swings, put the kettlebell down and rest for an entire minute. That's not what this is about today. I want you to get through short sets, short breaks, and then get right back on the run. Everyone understand that the run pace today should be just pushed, especially rounds 2 and rounds 3. All right. Does anyone have any questions before The clock is started. Everyone's free to talk. Everyone's unmuted. This is live and uncensored. So just one last thought before we start. You'll notice that we're on like minute number 20 here of the warm up and the skill work and the workout. Because today is a longer workout, you are going to continue warming yourself up during the workout, right? You've got 4 minutes of running / rowing ahead of you. Ease into the beginning of the run so that on the way back, you're a little more warmed up and you're, looking forward to doing those swings. Okay, preguntas. ¿Alguien?
Yo. So just to make sure for the bent over rows, if you have a dumbbell and you're doing single arm, it's 15 and 15?
Correct. 15 on the right, 15 on the left. What Kim might be doing is she's got a barbell that's 20 kilos. She's going to do 20 kilo rows on the barbell, or 20 repetitions of row on the barbell. And then she's going to move over and get in 5 heavy singles on the right, 5 heavy on the left.
Nice.
To get her total of 30.
Okay.
But on that 20 kilo barbell, she's probably going to get in like 10 in a row, put it down, 10 more in a row, something like that. You're free to do it however you want, Kim. All right, cool.
Cool.
I'm going to say go, and then it looks like I'm not going to see very many of you for about 4 minutes.
Here we go.
Not quite yet. Everyone's ready? Andy and Lori are on the rowers. Here we go. I got the clock here. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Lori and Andy have started. For a moment, I'm going to put myself on the big screen because Michael and Yo and Kristen are watching. Hi, guys. All right, Lori and Andy, 3 minutes into this. That means Andy, I think you're probably about 750 or 800 meters in. Is that correct? All right, and Lori, are you going to do an 800 meter here? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think 800 meter is a good amount because most people are going to be coming in. There's Marcela's done with her run. Let's take a look at everyone here. Oh, Julian and Barry are on their runs now. Grab your kettlebell, Marcela. All right. Great. Okay, so small sets are okay. Sets of 10 or 15 and then a quick break. Here we go, Pam. Good, short breaks and short sets. Okay, here we go, Barry. Hop back on there. And then Lori, I think that's a good duration, right? That's a good distance. All right, Barry, I want you to fold over at the hips a little bit more. Try and hinge. Try and have that torso a little more horizontal. There we go, Pam. Stay in the heels a little bit more, okay, on those swings. Every time you drive, Pam, stay in the heels. We can see you back there, Maria. All right, on this next set, Barry, you're pulling up to the right place on your chest, but when you lower that barbell back down, it should skim the edges of your knees. There we go. Fully extend. Cool, Julian's up on his brand new homemade pull-up bar. All right, Lori's got her kettlebell swings going. She's using a dumbbell. Notice gripping the center. And here's Pam getting in her bent over rows, garage style, with a 20-pound sack. All right, here we go, Andy. Looks good. Put as much pressure on that left hand as you can to prevent as much torso twisting as possible. All right, Julian just took off on his next run at the 7-minute mark. That gives you an obvious indication that this is a 20+ minute session, more like probably 22 to 26-minute workout. Let's go back to take a look at everybody. There we go, Marcela. I see that you got 2 dumbbells in your hand. That's great. You know, you can think about using that kettlebell as well instead of the dumbbells. Oh, okay. Great. Looks good, Marcela. Stomach tight, belly engaged, and a strong pull. Marcela's on the run at the 8-minute mark. All right, Damon's got the presses, substituting some pushing for some pulling. Oh, the other way around, substituting pushing instead of pulling. And at the 8-minute, 15-second mark, Damon's on the run. All right, Daryl's with us now. So while these guys are out on the run or on the row, I'm going to start writing names up on the board. We have Andy, Pam, Lori, Barry, Maria, Davis, Julian, Kim, see, Damon, and now Daryl.
I'm just going to go for a slow session today.
All right, if you start right now, Daryl.
Yeah, I just get set up right now.
All right, so just
I'm going to go for a run.
Yeah, go take a look at your watch. Go for 2 minutes out and 2 minutes back.
Okay. I've got my 800 all measured out.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to head out.
Okay. There we go, Lori. 800 meters for Lori, 1,000 for Andy. Notice that Lori is rowing instead of running. So is Andy. Now, the idea on the row, which makes it much different than the run, is that the people doing the row for this workout don't have any break on the grip, right? So they're doing the pull on the row, the kettlebell swings, and then the bent over rows. It makes it a little bit different without having that break on the pull on the grip. All right, it looks like Julian is in the tropics there. Nice swings, Julian. Go for a big set here. Notice how I've told most people to go for small sets and small breaks. Big set here. All right, Barry. Barry's got the 18-kilogram kettlebell. Let yourself hinge forward at the hips. There you go. So much stronger in that position, Barry. Weight in the heels and heels. Great. Oh, see how much power you get when those heels get driven on the ground. All right, Pam. You'll notice that Pam's swing, she has a good hip drive, and immediate when the hips pop, the elbows relax and bend in. That's totally fine. She's using a shorter arc on the kettlebell, which in terms of work, it makes it slightly more efficient because the kettlebell follows more of a straight line from the bottom position to the top. As long as she's not pulling those elbows too early to pull the kettlebell, because that pull will interrupt the hip drive. Cool. Keep it up, Pam. Julian's on the pull-up bar here. Just finished building this. Way to go. That's it, Julian. Looks like maybe sets of 10. Is that right, Julian? Sets of 10? Yep, first one was a set of 10. Cool. All right, substituting the pull-ups for bent over rows, you have Maria and Davis. Looks like Davis took off on the run. And it looks like Maria's taking off on the run. So they've got 2 rounds in just under 14 minutes. So they'll be finishing somewhere around the 21-minute mark. Solid swings, Marcela. Good drive. So she's got the towel there for grip, I think. We don't have chalk in the house.
That's right.
All right, cool. So the 20-pound, I think that's 20, or is that yeah, I think it's a 10 plus a 10, right, Marcela?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Great. Good. Notice how she's hinged over at the hips. Torso is almost completely horizontal. That's great. Good. These are Kim's first big 5 pulls on the right, 5 on the left, and then she's going to move over to a lighter bent over row on the barbell. So these are her heavy ones. Solid work, Kim. Now she moves over to the barbell. This is rep number 11 here. Yeah, really good, Kim. All right, Damon, here we go. Set of swings. All right, we're well into round 2 here. Occasionally somebody gets left on unmute. All right, looks like Barry's taking off for round 3. Lori's in the bottom of round 2, getting ready for round 3. Same as Andy. Remember, keep in mind that Andy and Lori are rowing, which means they're always holding on to something. They never have any break from the grip. So it becomes a lot of pulling. Really, all 3 movements in this workout for them are pulls. Clearly, the bent over row is a pull. The row is a pull, although it's mainly leg drive. And then the kettlebell swing is really a strong leg drive, and it's a pull by nature of the fact that you're not allowing the kettlebell to swing out in front. You're not throwing the kettlebell, you're pulling it back into you. All right, Damon's on his bottom of the second. His set of presses. Keep seeing someone run by there. I think maybe Bodie's doing the workout with Damon today. And we're closing in on round 3 for everyone. All right, Lori gets back on the rower. Andy's on the rower. Damon's finishing up some presses. All right, Daryl joined us. He's on the swings there at Latigo. All right, we are now in round 3. Everyone that started 17 and a half minutes ago are out on round 3, either rowing or running. Looks like the soonest we'll be seeing people finishes in about 3 or 4 minutes. 4 minutes, around the 22-minute mark. All right, Maria. Here we go, Davis. This is it. I know it feels like you got a lot left, but this is the final round. We're 18 minutes in. All right, here's Pam. She's gotten all 3 runs completed. 30 swings, 30 pulls, and she's done. All right, Julian's back on his kettlebell. All right, here we go, Julian. We're at the 20-minute mark. So this workout is a Helen meets Eva, right? Helen is 3 rounds for time, a 400-meter run, 21 swings, and 12 pull-ups. Clearly, this is a much heavier volume than that. Eva is 5 rounds of 800 plus 30 and 30. So this is somewhere in between. 3 rounds of 800 puts it at 1.5 miles of running, 90 kettlebell swings, and 90 pull-ups, for which most of us are substituting bent over rows. All right, Pam rounds the corner and she's on the final set of pulls. There we go, Marcela. Last set of swings, final rounds. Maria, what was your time?
2040.
2040. What about Davis?
1945.
1945. Ándale, mamá.
Deprisa, deprisa. Here we go, Pam. This is it.
Come on, Barry. Julian.
Julian's moving back over to, he's on his pull-ups now. Is that it, Pam? 2052.
I felt like the coffee was a bad idea.
Here we go, Julian.
Was,
Oh, that was-
what was it?
Come on, Julian.
$20.52 for Pam.
Chin over the bar.
Bad idea on the coffee, Maria?
Yeah, I felt like it was like too acidic in my throat.
Here we go, Marcela. Look at how she's gripping those 2 dumbbells at the same time.
So strong, Marcy.
I'm going to take everyone off mute so we can hear each other breathe. Here we go, Barry.
Yeah, Barry. Go, Kim. That looks awesome. I think she's done. 2306. Oh, never mind. Sorry, Kim.
Picking up more, right? There we go. 2310, Barry.
All right, Ian. All right, Lori.
Woo!
Huh.
Here we go, Kim. What was your time, let me take Julian off. Unmute yourself, Julian. Please.
Yeah,
What was your time, Julian?
23:12. That was so fun.
There we go. Andy and Lori both pulling. Damon's starting the swings. Here we go, Damon. Bye, Marcela. Marcy's saying goodbye. I think
Yes, what a meeting.
all right. What was your time, Lori?
I don't know because I can't see anything.
Oh, about 24 minutes and 25 seconds, roughly.
It was about a minute ago. Whatever that is.
Do you still want us to write it in the chat if you have it?
I'm getting it right now. It's pretty easy for me to find everyone.
Time
24:55.
24:55.
What was yours, Kim?
I couldn't see the clock, but by my watch it was 24:02.
Oh yeah, please do. Yeah, everything.
All right, Damon's in his final set of presses.
All right, Damon.
Go, Damon!
26:01, Damon. All right. Nice work, everyone.
That was hard.
That was hard.
That was so terrible.
That third run. Oh my Lord.
I think that one was my slower one.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And my run course is like this wavy potato chip where it's like I go out and I go downhill a little bit, then uphill and then flat and then turn around and like the last bit is uphill to my garage and I'm like, ugh.
Nice. Nice job, Lori. Same time each time for the row.
Work. Hey, Barry, do you run out on a trail?
I run my ranch, which is uphill and downhill. It's a loop.
Okay.
I don't know how long it is. It's definitely not 800 meters, but it's, a real long gradual uphill.
Got it. Hey, Julian,
Yeah.
are you ready to dig another hole?
You got one for me?
No. If you have another, are those 4x4s or 6x4s?
4x4s.
If you dig another hole, right, and you have a triangle and make an L,
Uh-huh.
it'll prevent any of the, or much of the ladder of the motion when you kip.
Notice it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Well, in the ground, it doesn't move. It's just the flexibility. I was thinking about putting like a little A-frame on the side too.
Oh yeah, that would help.
I got an inversion.
There's Julian.
Yeah.
That feels so good.
So does everyone trust that Julian's pull-up bar that he built is going to hold him up?
Oh yeah.
Highly concerned.
I think after 90 pull-ups, he doesn't have to be concerned about whether or not it's going to hold him.
Well, it held Rich pretty well, so.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's a good test. All right. So what I'm going to suggest is that you guys go back on the 800-meter run course and just jog it, and then come back to the house and spend a little bit of time stretching quads. And if you want to come back at 4 o'clock for the 4 p.m. edition of this, then you're crazy. But if you want to come join Maria, let's see. Maria's going to teach the 4 o'clock class. I know me and Jordan and a couple of others are going to take it. So,
for Jordan and Mandy and you.
okay, great. And then keep in mind, we're going to have this week, we're going to have a Tuesday and Thursday, 4 p.m., which it's great because in Australia, it is 9 a.m. the next day. Wait, is that right? Yeah, it's 9 a.m. the next day. So that Debbie and RA are going to join us as well.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay, guys, get back out on that 800-meter run and just go for a nice, easy jog. Come back and stretch quads. Signing off for now.